Yep, very beautiful. This game has some of the best game design. I mean, look at all. That tower over there, we're gonna go there. That castle over there, we're gonna go there. It's really amazing to me. So let's talk to this guy.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent. The smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drown Lake these days, I am Solden. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you. Do you know? Even I'm told that anything living, what we call the curse, is traceable. Do you see? To be alive, to walk, and that's quite a. There are 4 beings in it, and wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up. Do you ever? The journey of you'll face invaders from if you need help. When you face danger, protection is yours, if you wish.
So here's our first opportunity to join a covenant. We'll say yes, because we want to join every covenant we can. We can always leave this one and re-enter later. So we get the blue seal.
That is a wise decision. People are weak. Let the sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
So he's mentioned some interesting stuff already. Invaders from other worlds, that's other players using cracked red-eye orbs to invade your world, if you're connected, if you're online that is. If you're playing offline, that's not going to be a problem. And also he's mentioned 4 massive souls. Those are the 4 boss creatures. There's many bosses, but there's 4 in particular that we have to defeat if we want to enter Drown Lake Castle and get our chance to fight the king, which is going to be much later in the game. That's a little counter for how many people have died. I mean, how many deaths over the entire world. That's 283 million deaths actually. It's very good.
Do you feel it suits me just fine? It will grow on you.
So yeah, enter covenant, learn gesture. So we can learn the welcome gesture here.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants.
That's right there, above my head.
There was once a great fort. Little of it remains. But don't venture. May you find peace on your journey.
So yeah, he gave us some interesting information. We're going to be going down there in a second to the Forest of Fallen Giants. We should probably make sure we haven't skimmed out on any
Bearer
dialogue
of the
first.
curse, seek souls, seek the king, lest this land. Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it? Those who come to Drown Lake seeking, it happens to them all. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken.
The one we just spoke to.
Although perhaps he is a foreshadow, that tiny and ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain, and without soul, stay strong, even when you have pressure. For when the undead dies, it is not all undead are hollows. If you find an Estus, so that I may, over the hill, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul.
She gave us some very interesting stuff. She told us about a woman in the ruins, and that's actually down there, I believe. We'll need a favourite branch of yours to awaken her. Oh, awaken S is fast, that's fine. S is fast, do recharge if you're at a bonfire. So yeah. There's a woman named Elizabeth, I believe. Who's petrified, so she's turned to stone, and you need a fragrant branch of yore to awaken her from her petrification. Anyway, we'll move on to the Forest of Fallen Giants. There's some stuff around here first we want to get. rusted coin, always good. Right, I don't believe I'm missing anything else. There's no illusory wall. So yeah, a lot of these signs will actually try to trick you into believing there is an illusory wall, but a lot of the time there isn't. They're just dicks. Lack of a better word. We're gonna go that way. Can't go this way. Pointless, no. There's always new stuff to learn. I certainly haven't learned everything about this game, which is one of the great things about it, really. Right, so there's a chest over there. We'll go grab that first. Human effigy, always good. You want to stockpile these as much as you can. They're very useful. Okay, so that'll come out here. Yeah. We're gonna drop into the water here. Yep. Make sure you jump over here because you will drown. You can't swim in this game. You need to jump. I jump. So Homeward Bone and Soul of Lost and Dead. Very good. Soul item. Alright, so this should lead me back out here. Yeah. That's basically the same as running down that path, but you also get a couple of items. And this is where you start facing your first enemies. That might actually come as a challenge, that is. So what you can see me doing there is a punch and then hitting them with my axe. The punch will stagger them, and that'll give me an opportunity to hit them. Later on in the game, when we get a shield, we're not going to be doing the whole stagger thing, but it's just because we have just a one-handed weapon right now. Ooh. Archer. Guy's got a shield. Careful. Okay. Run down here, grab this item. Ooh. Enemies will try to sneak up on you all the time. You really need to be careful to pay attention. We're going to be actually jumping from there onto there in a second. We need to run up here first, though. Ah, and this is where we're going to face the Haid Knight and a couple of hollows, which actually life gem up. Okay. So the Haid Knight isn't too difficult if you learn how to fight him properly. So, the Haid Knight won't attack you just yet, he's just sat there. Oh, careful. I'm being careless here. So as you can see, he's just sat there not doing anything. If you try to grab those items next to him, I think he'll aggro. I'm not entirely sure on that, so we won't risk it just yet. Like I said, we're going to be jumping across there in a moment. First, let's climb up here. There's the item and that archer we need to deal with. Not too difficult. Just come over here and jump. Grab the item. A short sword and Soul of Lost and Dead. Are we going to equip the short sword? No, the axe is better actually. Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, scared me. So yeah, life gems not really a problem. You don't need to worry about being conservative with them. Now, we are going to fight the Haid Knight. This could be a difficult fight if you're not very familiar with how to play this game. You need to be patient. You might die, but what you want to do is learn his attack patterns. It's very important. I don't think you can stagger him very well, so we're going to just get behind him. Do as much damage as you can quickly. Oh! Alright, there you go. He's got that swinging attack. Get behind him. Oh! That's fun. Run, run. Okay. Okay. Get behind him. Run. Okay. Do not get greedy. You want to get a hit in and get away. Because if you try to chain attacks on some enemies, they will hit you back. And there, finish them off. So he'll drop his sword. Haid Knight sword, that's 100% drop. Let's take a look at it. It's a pretty good sword, but we will not be using it. It has a C state scaling in strength and dex, which is very good. And 50 lightning damage, again, very good. But we're not going to be using it because we're going to get a better weapon in just a second. Grab these items, broken straight sword, human effigy, life gem. Is that all the items? Is one more? No. Okay. So we're going to go through there in just a minute, but first, like I said, we're just going to jump across here to that. Ooh. Perfect. Now it is possible to make that jump without taking any damage. Sorry, voice breaking. Without taking any damage, but it's so little it doesn't really matter that much. And now we'll go back up. And we've also got some throwing knives, so we might as well equip those now. That item up. Life gem. Right, so here's our first stronger enemy at the end of that doorway. I think this enemy in here first. There's two. So you can see in the top left stamina that goes down every time you attack. You've probably learned that by now. But you need to be conservative with it. I've actually, in this playthrough you've seen in the video, especially in the fast forwarding of the tutorial, I was a bit careless with it and I took some unnecessary hits, which later on in the game, right now these enemies aren't so strong, but later on in the game that could prove fatal. Right, here we go. There you go. Poise damage. There you go. Brilliant. Staggering in this game is so useful, which is why the stone ring is so good. It'll basically interrupt an enemy's attack. This axe is actually about to break soon, but not too much of a problem, because we're about to reach a bonfire. Oh! Yep, as you can see, hand axe at risk. Only a few more enemies we need to keep them out though. This guy throwing fire bombs, what's the problem? Right. Sorted. There's one guy here. You can just ignore this guy. After this, you get a buckler. This is a parrying shield. It's not good for blocking damage. We might as well equip it for now, but we're not really going to use it. Parrying in this game can be very important. If you can learn to parry, then you've got PvP sorted, you've got a lot of enemies, enemies become a lot easier. It's just very useful. This character has got a spear, want to deal with him quickly. Oh, it's a halberd, sorry. Look at this, a witching gun. It's like a firebomb, but it does magic damage instead of fire damage. And we'll open this door. And we get a summon sign there. We don't need him right now. And we get a bonfire and an NPC who's a trader.
Buy something, anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something. My name is Valentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been a pile of rubble since the war, and the giants rusted. Seemed like the back door folk like myself and that's why I keep all my things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own.
If you actually look at her face, you can see she's hollowed, which is why she sounds so mad. As you hollow, Daisy decays your mind.
They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouted new life growing into it. But you know what they also say? It's high time of a bargain for you. It's high time of a bargain for you.
So yeah, she's going to move to Majula. She's going to move to Majula now, and we'll see her there. What she actually said is that all these trees that you see in the Forest of Giants, actually back there, we've just passed through it, but they are all the carcasses of giants. Because when a giant dies, a tree grows from their body, which is pretty cool. The lore is very interesting. So we're just going to rest at this bonfire. Do you have anything to burn? We're not going to burn human effigies. We don't have any spells to attune. Check up here. Any items? Locked. We're going to need a key for that. Okay. So next episode. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I've been playing for an hour straight, which isn't that long, but I'm a bit hungry. So next episode we're going to get a really cool weapon called the Fire Longsword, which will carry us through a lot of the game. I should probably say first, from this woman, we want to buy this Lenegrast key. Oh, sorry, the blacksmith isn't called Ornifex. I've been calling it Ornifex. Ornifex comes later on. Ornifex comes later on. It's actually a kind of crow woman. It's very creepy, but she's a really cool blacksmith. So we've got Lenegrast key now. Next episode, we're going to get the Fire Longsword, open Lenegrast workshop, and we'll start heading towards the last giant boss. Cool. See you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye.